Hello everyone, my name is Gus and this is Dive Talk Plus. I just wanted to make a quick announcement. Last year at DEMA, which is the yearly conference for all dive professionals where a lot of manufacturers introduce new products, Garmin introduced the X50i, their flagship dive computer. And they asked us to review it. They sent us one. We actually took it to Saudi Arabia on a trip that we did earlier this year, and we dove with it for a whole week, and I produced a review for the computer. And it was me and Woody talking about it, and I think we didn't treat it as positive as probably Garmin expected it, but that's because there were some things we didn't like about the computer that I felt were deal breakers. It would prevent people from buying this computer. So I spoke openly about it, and I remember Woody joking about the fact that, well, this was our last Garmin computer review because after slamming it, no one from Garmin would ever send us a new computer for us to review, which is odd because I'm a fan of Garmin. I wear the Descent Mark III almost every day. I got used to the Garmin ecosystem. I'm part of it. I work out with it. I really, really enjoy it. So I was kind of bummed out. I thought that Woody was right. They weren't going to send us anything, especially after they released a buoy that is supposed to enable communication with the dive boat, which is one of the things that I suggested in my review that they should invest in. When it came to communication, I felt like it would be more valuable to be able to communicate with a dive boat than with your body. But regardless, they didn't send us anything until now. They sent us their brand new Descent X30 computer. Now, this computer is comparable with the X50 in terms of its form factor, the way it looks. And you can see it in the picture. As a matter of fact, let's just open the box. So this is a brand new, I haven't even opened the box yet, computer. There it is. Well, you can't really see it, but anyway, this is what it looks like. It comes with a strap rather than the bungees that the X50 comes with, but you can see the size comparison, right? This one, the X30 is a lot smaller than the X50, and it costs half. The full price of the X50i right now is $1,500. This one is $750, so it's a lot more affordable. However, it does come with some things that are missing from its largest, flagship brother, I guess, the X50i. It doesn't support rebreathers. It doesn't support the communications that we were talking about where you can talk to your buddy, which I thought was interesting because they made such a big deal about this communication and they didn't include it in this computer. And to me, the biggest deal breaker potentially, again, I have to test it to make sure, is the fact that it's not air integrated. It doesn't support air integration. And I feel like once you introduce such an awesome transmitter that is able to allow for communication and that is able to transmit so far, much further than its competitors like Shearwater and Halcyon, for example, why not support it even on your cheaper unit? I feel like that is a miss, but again, I have to test it. This is just me right now based on first impressions. I hope the battery lasts longer. They are saying that it comes with a 30-hour battery life, 30 hours of diving. We'll see about that. Of course, we're going to be testing it. But yeah, air integration is a challenge because I feel like at that price point, $750, like, yes, it is half the price of the X50i, but it's not half the price of, let's say, the Shearwater competitors like the Peregrine. The Peregrine TX, which is their air integrated version, is $750. So yeah, the screen is not 2.4 inches like this one is 2.2, but I mean, it's so close. If you put them side by side, and I don't have a Peregrine here to put it side by side, it's so close to the size. Just the air integration alone is such a huge plus for me. Now, you may be a diver that doesn't rely on transmitters. You still like the analog SPG, the submersible pressure gauge. If you are, like that, then maybe you don't care that it doesn't come air integrated. I enjoy air integration. I think that's a big miss. Maybe they need to release a X30i like the X50i, but Anyway, we'll see what it is. But yeah, for the same price, I'd rather go sheer water and have air integration. And if you don't want the air integration, you can go peregrine with no air integration, which is cheaper than 750. I believe it's like $600 or maybe less, like 500 and something dollars. So yeah, it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense right now, just at a first glance. The other thing that I think could be an option is the Symbios. So I have right here the Symbios computer. This is the silver version, they call it, but they introduce a blue version, which is $900. So for 150 more bucks, you can get a amazing computer from Halcyon that is air integrated as well, and it supports everything except rebreathers. The Peregrine also doesn't support rebreathers, so they're all competitors at that level. Personally, I think that if there's a chance that I'm going to start diving rebreathers in the future, I would just pony up the money and buy a flagship computer, either from Shearwater, Halcyon, or Garmin that supports CCR mode. But right now, I don't know. I don't see the place in the market for this thing. But maybe I'll try it, and it will be amazing. It will be mind-blowing. I will love it. The point is, the thing I love the most about this whole thing is that Garmin still trusted us to provide an honest review. I've said it multiple times that reviews on Dive Talk are not bought. They are 100% honest. I will talk about things I like, things I don't like. Hopefully it's a positive review. The only way you get a positive review is if we have a positive experience with the computer, and they actually sent us two. There it is. Here's the other one. So this is Woody's, this is mine, or whatever. We get 2 units. Each one of us will be testing it, and we will reconvene and talk about our thoughts on the Descent X30 from Garmin. So review is coming up, and if you missed the X50i review, I'm going to leave it right here. Go and check it out. Quick announcement, and I feel like I've been talking for 50 minutes. Sorry about that, but X30 review coming up.